Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So this is early Saturday morning. Heather has gotten up and gone off with her friend Adita to do some plant shopping. She does this every year. She takes my truck and she fills it with plants, and then she comes home and then we spend the rest of the day planting. So I thought right now would be a good time to get up, get going, get into the room and get some stuff done. This is the second attempt at making this video because I had the window open. It's beautiful here in New England right now. But there was a chipmunk, no lie, there was a chipmunk outside the window making whatever noise he makes. And I was 3 minutes into the video and 2 trucks with landscape trailers went by, clanging and banging. I had to close the window and start over. So here we are. I'll open the window up after. It'll be fine. So anyways, I figured I'd show you guys what's been going on the bench. First and foremost, we've dug into the Porsche group build. So this is my first update on that, on the first kit. That is this kit right here. This is the Fujimi Koenig Specials. This is the Porsche 911 bi-turbo. This thing is cool. I'll show you that. That's the way it looks when it's put together. A very cool kit. Very simple. It's just a curbside kit. Has a fairly well-detailed chassis plate. And a very nice interior. Really cool wheels and tires. Right out of the box. But also right out of the box, it comes with a body, which is in primer now, with a ton of mold lines. So I had mold lines that ran down the tops of both fenders, down through all the grill work, and then along the tops of the wing, through the bottom of the wing, down through here, and it was right next to the trunk line, like of where the trunk would be. So anyway, I had to do a lot of sanding. And these kits don't have very deep body lines. So like the gap for the bonnet, they call this, because, yeah, I think, right? Because the engine's back here. So that's the hood. That's the bonnet. I always thought a bonnet was the thing that you put on your kid's head when... Anyway, I digress. Shallow door gap seams and all that stuff. So I had to go along and rescribe both door jambs, the front bonnet or trunk, and then the rear too. And it still needs a lot more. I still have to go in and do some scribing because it's still not, they weren't deep enough to begin with, really. So once you sand a mold line that runs next to a door seam or a trunk seam, there you have it. It requires a little bit more work to bring it back. So that's where we're at with that. I haven't decided on a color yet. I have it narrowed down to 2. In the next video, I will show you guys which color we've decided to go with. So that's in primer. This is the chassis. This is the chassis pan. So you can see it's got some pretty decent detail. I still have to primer this, but it's got a lot of nice lower engine detail, and it's got some stuff that bolts to it, you know, like the exhaust and the turbos and all that stuff. It looks like it, you know, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so this will be pretty cool. Oh, and I absolutely love the wheels and tires right out of the box with this. Those are just cool. You're going to need to do minimal detailing on that, and I mean minimal, to make that look really nice. Just a tiny little bit of a black wash in there on that mesh part. That'll bring these to life nicely. So that's where we're at with that. And then of course we've got the Jag. We've also got that going. Like I said before, I showed you that. I haven't made a lot more progress on that. It's still in its original paint from last week, 2 weeks ago. Gosh, time flies. You still have to wet sand this and then get this clear coated, but there you have it. This has a big chassis plate as well. Even though this is a full detail kit, it has an engine that will sit in there and look really cool. It's still got a chassis plate, and we decided to go with a gunmetal gray on that, just for something different. I thought it would look cool with the green. I think it's going to look pretty good. That's the way the back of the car is going to look. It's got that gray like in the back. Of course, this will all get detail painted. That'll be black, and we'll bring out the emblems, stuff like that. I do have hands don't want to work this morning. That's not good when you want to work on a model. There's the dashboard. That's all brush painted, and I think came out pretty nice. And then the interior tub. I've got to do a little bit of touch up on the black paint along here, but that's the way that came out. I think that looks pretty good too. Oh, and then the wheels. So these are MCV product wheels. So those are the rears, wheels and tires. Let me see if I have. Well, you guys know what resin looks like. I don't have to show you a bare resin one. But these are just painted. These are painted with just a generic flat black rattle can paint that I picked up at the hardware store. It is the only thing I use it for is my tires. And I feel like it gives the tires a nice armor-all look for like a... If I'm building a car to put in a show, it's going to have clean tires. And I think that provides that look. You guys may have a different take on it, but that's the way I do it. And then, of course, the wheels themselves are painted with Tamiya Silverleaf TS. Those will just have to be, I'll have to go in and, black wash a little bit on there, too. Plus, these have valve stems. I would show you, but there's no way you'd be able to see them. So I need to detail paint the valve stems too. So that was a rear. This is the front. That'll give you a little bit of an idea of what the offset will be on that. And I've mocked it up. They clear. Everything looks good. It's a realistic fit. A lot of times I see models, and I'm not bagging on anybody, but sometimes I see models and they squeeze these big, huge tires and wheels underneath them. And it's like, would those really turn? I try to make my wheel and tire fit as realistic as possible. I don't know. It's just something in this wonky brain that says I have to do that. And like I had a set of wheels and tires that I really liked more. I actually liked them more than these, but they were too big. And then I had a set that looked pretty cool, and those were too small. So this is like the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This is the porridge that was just right. So that's it for now. This is just a short one. I'm going to get to work on something. I want to get something built for you guys, finished, so I can show you. Because I know some of you are anxious to see a finished model. And I'm doing everything I can do to make that happen. I really am, guys. Yeah, so until next time, thanks for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Please go check out everything listed or tagged in the description of the video. There's some cool websites down there to go look at, and some cool stuff to be purchased. There's a link to HobbyNet Models. If you click on that link in this description, it'll bring you right to the website, and you can start shopping from there. And then, of course, go check out Iceman and MCV products. Please, I would greatly appreciate it, and I'm sure they would too. I think that's it. So, until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.